looks more like they're getting ready to shoot a porno film after we're done here today. I mean, look, these lights, the wallpaper, I've seen it before. Oh gosh, but tomorrow's an anniversary for me. It's going to be my 16th month of doing stand-up comedy. Thank you. And I love doing stand-up. I love working with these funny comedians, like the guys we've had on the show tonight. But there's one comedian that I worked with a few weeks ago that told a story and brought back a childhood memory. He was talking about how he found his father's stash of pornography, and he and his dad bonded over that moment. And I remember when I was 9, I found my father's stash of pornography. Now, we didn't bond, but that's when I discovered that my father was gay. Oh. Timmy and Tommy Tango is not an instructional dance video. Oh gosh, so the one Dan talking about his ball sagging, he has no idea what he's in for. I'm going to be 64 this month. And I talk to people, oh, you're going to celebrate, you're going to have a party. I said, no, at this point in my life, it's more of a countdown, not a celebration. The reason I say it, look, there's some people my age, older than me, life's been good than me, not so much. 63 gave me some crazy things like erectile dysfunction, anal leakage. But the worst thing, let me show you, is my balls. I saw myself naked in front of a full-length mirror. Gravity has not been good to my balls. Remember the click clacks? Oh, shit! Yeah. Poor Dan, he has no idea what he's doing. In fact, this string's got to be lengthened at this point. So, yeah, oh yeah, but my brain works. My mind's sharp as a, Anyway, I was doing this show where they talked to the comics, and they asked the comics what was the worst advice you ever got. So I remember like it was yesterday, it was over 30 years ago. I was going out on a date with this beautiful girl. My roommate said, listen, don't use any protection, you're gonna get lucky, you're gonna get laid. Penicillin cures everything.
Oh no.
No, it doesn't. No, you know what doesn't cure? That 30-year-old kid that still runs around my house. So sex is getting tougher as I'm getting older. I was having a little romp with my girlfriend the other day, and she actually had to tap me on the shoulder and said, you just had an orgasm. I said, I'd never had been told that before. So that's starting to get scary. But then, one thing that we like to do, and another comic said she hates it, she said she hates when her boyfriend sticks her fingers in her butt. I said, honey, when you get older, that'll be one of the best laxatives you've ever had. My girlfriend's wiggling away, we're doing it. She taps me on the shoulder and said, hey, you came? Bam, I'm up in the bathroom. Oh, gosh. But, I am experiencing some new things, even though I'm going to be 64. I got my first tit pic on my phone. Has anybody ever gotten a tit pic? Yeah, okay, so basically this wasn't from a girl that I was dating or I had a relationship with. She was just a friend. And she was in the hospital, and she asked me to bring her a sandwich, which I did. 2 days later, I get a tit pic. I say, thank you, why? She said, I just want to thank you for bringing me the sandwich. I thought about it. I thought, if I sent a dick pic to everybody that's ever brought me food, I would still be in prison. Oh gosh, but I did get some medical help for some of the ailments of getting older. I actually got this Pez dispenser surgically installed in my butt cheek. I really did. It's not really a Pez dispenser, that's what it reminds me of. Because what this device does is it releases testosterone as my body needs it. And after the surgery, doctor said to me, listen, in about 2 weeks, you're going to start to get some really good wood. I said, Doc, that's great, but I'm not dating anybody. That wood's probably going to rot in the lumberyard. You feel sorry for me? You give me a hand? I'm kidding. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude.
Yes, he did.
It's all made up shit. I don't like fingers in my ass. Although people at my gym do think I'm gay. During Pride Month, they were putting all these stickers on my car. I'm so gay I can't drive straight. I love my butt plug. I knew they were putting them on my car. I would take them off. The first sticker, I didn't know was on my car. I drive home. 4 guys follow me into my driveway. Can I help you? Is this the bar? What are you talking about? is this the gay bar? And he points to my bumper. They put a sticker that said, follow me to the gay bar. So now I have these 7 strangers in my driveway, and I said, this isn't a bar, this is my house. And then one guy said, oh, we're going to have a little fun to your bedroom today, aren't we? Now, I probably should have been worried that I'm out there plowed by 4 strange guys in my own house, but I'm Italian, and I didn't have any food in the house. And I didn't know how I was going to feed these guys after they did what they were going to do to me, so, you know, I made some new friends, we got some pizza, so I'm glad Oh, but I am dating now, but I was single for a while, and I got kicked off of every one of the dating sites, every single one of them, for telling the truth. You can see I'm up here. There's no stage, so you can really see my height. I'm like 5'5", 5'6". I consider myself a sawed-off Guido. And I can't stand the tall women on those sites that say, don't send me a message if you're not as tall as me. So I send them a message. And this is what I send them. Listen, I'm not as tall as you, but I have a really big dick, and I can give you the ride of your life.
Oof.
They report me, I get thrown off the site.
Aw.
One woman, this is a good one. One woman, beautiful, 6'3", reaches out.
Oof.
Baby, what would you do to me with that big dick? I said, I would climb you like a tree, I would make you see God, and I'd have you screaming for more. I said, baby, that sounds really good. Now what are you gonna let me do to you if my dick's bigger? So I report her to the service for false advertising, and they kicked me off for saying I had a big dick. So when I was a little kid, my mother didn't think I knew my name. So she buys me this stupid shirt that said, hello, my name is Joseph John. I think back on this, she was serving me up to the pedophiles on a silver platter with this stupid shirt. So I wear the shirt to school one day. This weird guy in the van pulls up next to me. Hey, Joseph John, why don't you get in the van? I've got some candy. Hey, Joseph John, why don't you get in the van? I've got a puppy. I didn't know who he was talking to. My mother was right. I didn't know my fucking name. Oh, gosh. Oh, so I went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, about a year ago by myself, and I was getting bored hanging around the pool. So I did a little sightseeing, and I came across a little town called Wilton Manors. Has anybody ever heard of Wilton Manors?
No.
Second gayest town in America. Like I said before, I'm not gay, but I was curious. So I went into a gay bar and had a drink. I'm minding my own business. This guy comes up to me. He asks me, how much? How much what? How much hair do you have under that shirt? I'd never been asked that question before. I had no idea how to answer it. So I just lift my shirt and I show him. Now this guy starts petting me. And I figure, all right, I'll be his little Italian cheap pet for a while. Maybe I'll get a free drink. I said, not below the equator, I'm not gay. So he gets in my face and he says, sweetie, if you ever want to switch teams, you give me a call, I'd love to be your coach. And he gives me his number, and he starts walking away. As he's walking away, he turns back to me and said, when you were a little kid, did you have a shirt that said, hello, my name is Joseph John? He did have a puppy. Show me a picture. Anyway, oh gosh. So, did you just give me the light?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm
That's 38 seconds.
38. All right,
To the
I'm
light.
finish really quick, but
And then
okay.
you got another minute.
Oh, okay, cool.
So minute 34 seconds.
All
now.
right.
You just
So
wasted 3.
I'll talk real slow. So I don't know if you noticed, I have this tick with the mic cord. It's no big deal. It's just a nervous tick. But I have this tick when I work venues with a cordless mic, and that looks really weird. I was working a venue with a cordless mic the other night, and after my set, I get off stage. And this woman asks me, were you jerking off up on stage? And I said no, I explained the tick, and we laughed. And I looked at her, and I thanked her for thinking that my dick was that big. And she said, well, I assumed because, you sent me that message on Match. Oh, yeah, she was one of the ones that got me kicked off one of the sites. All right, real quick, I'm going to end with a new one. I don't know how it's going to go. I have to work it out, but I used to date this woman, and for no reason whatsoever, Well, I'm going to ask a question. Has anybody ever gotten peed on? Pissed.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So we weren't involved in anything romantic, nothing intimate. I'm sitting on her couch. She stands up and she just starts to pee on me. And I don't know where the rest of this joke's got to go, but I'm going to finish writing it and come back and tell you when I do. Thank you, guys. My name is Joe Scarapa.